awesome panelists today, and I'm going to introduce them to you as we go. We'll answer some of your questions, and you can ask them as well during the panel as we go through. And we'll just talk all about different cosplay stuff. So we've got amazing cosplayers, prop makers, and costume designing people who are just gurus with what they do. So first we have the TARDIS guy. So this is Alan. Say hello, Alan.
Hello, Alan.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a carpenter and engineer. I live in Melbourne, and I make props and things. And I originally started with making TARDISes, but now I do all kinds of stuff.
And he has really amazing Captain America shields. They're so pretty.
Yeah, I make Captain America shields and Thor hammers and TARDISes, and take on commissions for custom items as well. Mostly I work in steel, aluminium, wood, things like that. All the hard stuff.
Awesome. Thank you, Alan. Next on our list is Brett. So say hello to Brett. This is Brett from Brett Woolgar Photography. He is most noticeably a photographer that you'll see roaming around different conventions and doing photo shoots, and he also does cosplay as well. Say hello, Brett.
Hello. Roaming's a bit of a understatement. I'm all sort of running around like a headless chicken, I think.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a photographer. I do stuff. Sums it up best. Cosplay photography, landscape, stuff like that. I love all you guys because you're always so pretty. A couple of examples of my work. Lynn, who we'll get to later. Renee, who we also get to later. A couple of others as well. Basically, I take photos and I try and make them pretty. And there's Lisa.
Yay!
Yay! Yeah. Ooh. There we go. That's me.
Awesome. Thank you, Brett. And next on the list is Catherine of Illumis Creations. No, yeah, there we go. There we go. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Catherine.
Well, I mainly do a lot of sewing and embroidery stuff. Most of my costumes so far have been Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I do a little bit of prop stuff, done a little bit of wobbler work, a little bit of resin stuff. Yeah, bit of everything.
Catherine will be like one of our seamstress queens today, so if we get sewing related questions, she'll be one of the first people that we refer to. Her stuff is amazing. Next we have Renee from Chibi Ray Cosplay. Say hello, Renee.
Hello.
Give us a little bit of an introduction.
I've been cosplaying for 4 years now, and I mostly enjoy doing props. I do a little bit of sewing, but most of my sewing is gluing rather than sewing. I like to work with foam quite a lot, and I have a really weird obsession with it. But
Awesome! Thank you, Renee. Next we have Glennis of OzCosTips Cosplay. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Glennis.
Hi, I'm pretty much like an all-rounder, cosplayer, but I mostly enjoy props. I find it easiest to cosplay if I'm holding something, and so I really enjoy the process of getting from here is the concept, here is the final thing, how do we get there, and how would this thing work if it was translated from sort of art 2D into something that's actually functional. I have been cosplaying for about 5 years now. Done a range of things from all the way from Lord of the Rings to Peter Pan to Avatar, Last Airbender, and Pokemon. So lots of genres, and one of my favourite challenges is just being able to get into that character by the materials you choose and the process of getting there and getting into the character. So Yeah, that's me.
Awesome! Glennis is also a cross player, which I'll explain a little bit more later. So we have a few cross players on our panel, so we'll be able to field draw crossplay
Don't tell
questions.
anyone.
The
Please.
illusion! I've ruined
No.
the illusion! Awesome. Speaking of cross players, we also have Jess of JM Cosplay. Hello, Jess!
Hi. So I'm
Introduce
just
yourself.
of JM Cosplay. I do a bit of crossplay. Here's a picture of my Jon Snow. I don't know if it's gonna focus it. There we go. So I do like props out of like EVO foam, epoxy sculpt, few part molds, basting, and sewing.
Awesome. Thank you, Jess. Yep. I'm trying to like switch between people. It's all good. And next we have Sam from Lady Sam Face. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
As Lisa has said, Sam I am. I specialize mostly in sewing. Most of my work is in so many different fabrics, actually. I have tried everything. And, yeah. My favorite part of making costumes is the research and development stage. I love looking at reference pictures and working out where the seams are and how things fit together and how I can translate that onto my own figure, which is quite different to most Hollywood actresses.
I think that's one of the challenges of being a cosplayer is that we don't fit the mold of a lot of the time of what they look like. Awesome. Yeah. So Sam's also one of our sewing gurus. You can see that we've got like a really broad range of people. So Sam and everyone can sort of jump in and answer questions, but I worship sewing people because I'm not super expert at sewing. And now I'll introduce myself. So my name's Lisa, and I'm of Mudget Makes, and I'm also the person behind OzCosTips. So I've been cosplaying since 2010. My first cosplay was bits of clothing put together for Linka from Captain Planet. Yeah, go Planet! And I've since done a range of different things, and probably one of the biggest ones is my little rocket head that I've just been working on. And I'm more the prop maker. I really, really enjoy making props. So, like Connor's tomahawk, Connor's quiver.
Mine won't fit on the screen.
So they're the stuff that I really enjoy. I do sew. I prefer not to, but I do sew. But I, really enjoy sort of bringing things to life. So like Lennis was saying, sort of making something that's a two-dimensional or something that's on screen and bringing it into real life. So I've done like comic book characters and TV characters and video game characters are the main genres that I do. And I also do crossplay, so I be the boys. And wear a beard. Most people recognize me for my beard, not for this, so it's a little bit confusing. So that's a little bit about us. Don't forget that you can ask questions on the side, so feel free to ask questions as we go through. And I've got some questions already lined up, so I might just jump in with asking some of my own questions, actually. So, who wants to answer this one? How did you get into cosplay? Anyone?
No one.
Okay, I'll wait. I went to see some pop culture guests, and that was the main reason I went to. It was a very small convention in 2008, and when we went there, that was just how you showed your fandom. You go there and it's like, oh, I'll just dress up as, you know, X character. I'll wear this character's hat. I'll wear this character's, you know, signature shirt or whatever. And from exposure to that, the more conventions I went to, the more guests I went to see, I was seeing that these the costumes were getting more and more elaborate to the point where it was more than just showing my appreciation. I mean, and cosplay is showing your appreciation, but it's another step. It's a different level, and from seeing all these people in just amazing costumes, I thought, hey, I'll try that. So a few years later, I sat down and sort of put together, tried to be as accurate as I could, and that was how I started, just by seeing other people showing their appreciation. I thought I'd get into it as well.
Awesome. And I think like it's becoming more and more popular and mainstream in Australia now as well. So I think like several years ago, sort of there was a pocket of people, like I think before 2009 or 2010 when I went to my first con, I didn't know what cosplay was. I'd never really heard of it. Like I knew about costuming, but it wasn't until I went to a convention, I'm like, oh my god, all these people are in costume. I want to be in costume. And like I was a dancer back in like high school days and so forth, so I liked being center of attention and getting in costume and stuff, and so it kind of just seemed like a natural progression to dress up in cool stuff and be cool with all the other people that are cool.
Cool.
Alan, how did